Hey guys, it's Danny's Review and I'm back and I'm here with a SPRIGHT FIENDSMITH deck profile. So this Sunday go on here from the time I recorded, that was Sunday left there, I entered a tournament in my locals, M.V.E, and this time this was one of their major monthlies, which is one of their bigger locals, and their first prize was a PlayStation 5. So I was really gunning for it, and unfortunately I lost in finals. I made it to finals, I lost in finals. He just had nuts, understand. He top deck Dark Ruler no more, and to me, like, no matter what version of sprites, Dark Ruler no more is like the bane of the existence of sprites. you know I'm so sad that this card went to 1. I used to really side this in at 3 going first for sprites, so you didn't have to worry too much about it, but fortunately he's on 1, and yeah, that's unfortunate for all of our sprite community players. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the deck profile. I built this the morning of the tournament. Before that, I was playing online for maybe about 2 or 3 days, trying to figure out a build, and to learn the FIENDSMITH combo and so forth. Watching the FIENDSMITH and stuff, I was like, hey, while they're doing the combo for, like, Snake Eyes or U-Bell, I noticed, and we have a link 2. You understand? And a link 2 means sprites. Spring, come on. So I was like, and even Beatrice could send Angler. So I was like, the synergy, there's potential. But the package is very, very expensive. But luckily for me, with playing Sprite, and also, we all know I also play 10 Pi, because Sprite has also helped me to get 10 Pi. So now and then you'll be seeing me doing 10 Pi deck profiles. I haven't done none so far, I'm not sure, but I think I will be updating that, showing a little, 10 Pi deck profiles now and then. But I have also played 10 Pi because of Sprites, and Sprites has helped me to get that. Sprites also helped me to get FIENDSMITHs. So with my build prizings from topping locals, I have acquired three FIENDSMITH engraver and the rest of the package. Well, most of it. Still have to get a track. So without further ado, let me get into the profile. This is what I built the morning. It still needs to improve, so any little things you may see that could help make the deck better, or maybe a find shouldn't be there, you could comment in the comment section. I'll be glad to see what your opinions are. Okay, so let's get into the main deck. So I played standard 3 Sprite Blues, okay, 3 Sprite Jets, 2 reds, because hand traps is really something prevalent in this format, and we need to see this a little more often. Okay, so definitely 3 reds and 1 carrot for spell and traps. And of course I do play still the 1 Sprite Pixies. I'm so happy this card got its upgrade, so now I don't have a common Pixies in the whole deck. But definitely deserve the upgrade. I still play this religiously, and definitely helps in OTKing and time, like this enter battlefield, attack something, they don't see it coming, damage card, attack, lose life points, all those little things. Or when they try to attack my weak monsters, they just run into this and my monster, and this gains the attack and they lost life points and the monster die. Okay, still playing the nimble package, right? And good old Angler, who likes to be glued to my hands a lot, gotta play him, you understand, if you're playing sprint. And of course now we have Beatrice, still another option to send with Beatrice, right? And of course triple Swap Frog and Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. Now I start back to play sprites. I was like, wow, this card, Toad is back in the game. It just lured me back into playing sprites, because for a while I was playing 10 Pi. You understand? So this is easy access to totally awesome, and I'm very much happy that he's back. And of course, Swap being in the deck also is one of the 2 best 2-card combos you could get, with Swap Frog and Nimble Angler. You can't get better than that, especially Frog discarding Angler, getting 2 beavers on field, and then you can use Swap Frog to bounce the beaver back to hand to normal summon beaver, and then bring back Angler or beaver from graveyard or wherever. That's great. That's a lot of summons. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 4 bodies or for 2 monsters. Can't get better than that. Understand? And also helps to make Toad underneath 5 summons. Definitely good. So you don't even have to depend on Gigantic to be, safe from Nibiru. And also you can, bounce hand traps back to the hand that you searched out using, mannequin cat. You special it on their feel, and then they'll turn when the special summon someone, you special summon someone, you can bounce that hand trap back to your hand. Sometimes I have done that. I have special summon Nibiru from my deck using mannequin cat on my turn by probably like targeting their effect veiler in graveyard to special it, and then on their turn I would, when they special summon, or if I started a special summon something, I would bounce the Nibiru back to hand with sprint. Those little instances. 3 FIENDSMITH engraver. This is for the FIENDSMITH package, and of course the 1 Lurie. Okay, so definitely this is also a 1 card starter. So now that we have totally awesome back into the game, and we have Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier, we have 2 1 card starters to 4 1 card starters, because before it was just starter and of course Nimble Beaver, but now we have Swap Frog, because when Swap sends Mirror Mage to the graveyard and Mirror Mage gets a spell to special this back, you don't have to make totally awesome. You could just go into Gigantic and do Sprite combos, go into Blue Jet, get starter, then Sprint and Angler, get 2 Beavers. So it's like full Sprite combo, you understand, with Swap Frog. So this gives us additional 3 starters, and now we have FIENDSMITH engraver. This gives us another 3 additional 1 card starters. Now we have 12 1 card starters to do our usual typical end board, but with the Fiend engraver, you get an additional interruption with the engraver. Right, so it's the best 1 card starter in the whole deck. But now that we are playing this, we are more weak to Droll and Lockbird. You understand? Before I was playing Cash Tier sprites, which was the best version for me, which I was playing for a lot of months now, probably a year or over a year. And that version, even though it does also play into Droll and Lockbird, it less plays into Droll and Lockbird, because I could like add with Blue and Jet first after I special the Cash Tier, and then after, when I add with those monsters, the sprite monsters, if they don't have the jewels, then I would use the Cash Tier monster to add a follow-up, which is like Bert or a next unicorn or whatever it may be. But with this now, it's like you got to start with this first, or go into your hand somewhere along after the sprite combos, but more likely you'll start with this first, and then you can get Droll, and then like cutting off the Blue and Jet line. So according to what your hand may be, you might not even have to use this. You can keep it for a surprise, but definitely game 2 and 3, I would love to use this, because getting to set the barrier or some normal trap off a blue tears, GG. Good game. It's strong, even if you get Dark Ruler no more. Okay, so I put in the 1 Cash Tier Fenrir. Yes, I said I took out the Cash Tier package, but I just really wanted to keep a Fenrir inside there. It's hard to keep the deck at 40. Right now it's at 43 at this version, which I played Sunday. I just paid him because I wanted a main deck target for Mannequin Cat to have on board. And banishing cards face down is very, 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 very strong. Very strong. Especially FIENDSMITH, you want to banish your face down, because the Lacrimosa could recycle out of play FIENDSMITHs. So not FIENDSMITHs, but Light Fairies. Light Fairies, sorry, Light Fiends. So banishing them face down, hand recycling there. And I put EMP Meow Mine for the first time. Sorry about the glare if you're not seeing properly. Playing this for the first time, I wanted a main deck option for Beatrice to send, in case I have the normal play to go into the link to, and this was the best option I could find at the moment. So whether there's a link monster on the field or on the graveyard, this could special summon from my hand. So this is an extender. So even the FIENDSMITH package playing the link 1 on the field or on the graveyard, good extender. So it has sometimes I play through Nibiru and still special this and then special blue and do sprite combo, because while doing the FIENDSMITH line, about the time you reach the Gigantic, they'll probably Nibiru you. Or maybe they might Ash and Imperm you all before. You understand? And like Imperm on the sequence, or Ash on the Beatrice, I don't know. But definitely, the FIENDSMITH line helps you to play through hand traps, and they waste the hand traps on that line, and then you just like your normal summon, because you don't use your normal summon once you open engraver. And even if your normal summon is still like the healthy Nibiru or something along that line, you can still special summon this afterwards and still combo. So I play through Nibiru without even using Gigantic Sprite. And of course in the graveyard, or any hand, it can special summon itself. in the graveyard or in the hand, if your opponent, if I would like banish a link 2 face up or send it to the graveyard, I could banish this for course and target one monster they control and return it. Not one monster, I believe one card my opponent controls and return it to hand. So I return that Mirror Jade, or I could return a Bakru or Floodgate or anything like that. So it's very much helpful. It did good. It did good. It actually helped out, and moving forward, I think I might still keep it in the main deck. Right. So this is just in case, and this is for the main deck. And when post side, we send blue tears going first to get a normal tracker like the barrier, dimensional barrier. Still playing crossout targets, so double Ash. Sorry about the glare. Double Droll and Lockbird, because Droll and Lockbird really hurts the deck. And Nibiru, one of Nibiru. Okay, so I played these are 2 because I want to make sure they're in the deck in case I draw one that it still has one there for the crossout. And also opening this is very good in the format, and since there are a lot of rogue matchups in Swiss, especially FIENDSMITH. Like if you duel them, if you start off with that line and you duel them, it's kind of hard for them to make the board they would usually make. Understand? So you have less to deal with because it will cut off the whole adding popular to hand and that kind of thing. And any other rogue decks that need to add stuff. Okay, so still playing 3 starters. Right. This is FIENDSMITH Track. I don't own one at the moment, but I need to get one. I borrowed one today, so I need to get FIENDSMITH Track. Freezing Curses, one of the bricks, besides some angler, but it's needed brick to make Toad, live. Crossout Designator by 2. I bumped it up back to 2. Hand traps are a serious thing in this format, so definitely need to see this a little more often. Put back Hold by the Grave in the deck. Definitely need it to these Mulchummy cards, aka Bootleg Maxi, Droll, Shifter. There's a whole lot of hand traps, so definitely need these tactics because a lot of hand traps, so could punish them for like hand trapping me and let's see what's in a hand, and if they only have one starter or whatever, I could just send it back, or according to what the hand is, I know how to play around. Double Dropless because the kind of end boards these decks performing, it's not easy to play through, so we need to have some kind of non-response board breaking power, and this is definitely helps, especially helps with Angler. When discarding Angler, getting it out of hand, you can get additional bodies along the way. And of course Book Eclipse. Good old Book Eclipse, just keep one because some during Swiss, rogue decks is very strong, and it could beat out Ash. If not, it puts like Negate or whatever face down, or whatever face down, like Floodgate or whatever, like Colossus or whatever, but like also it beats a Negate because most likely they will lose a whole bunch of things that will face up that can't like really do nothing while face down. So yeah, and of course the one of Impermanence, also a crossout target. So that is the main deck. I have taken out, this is 43 at the time being, I have taken out the Castria package. I have taken out Prosperity because the extra deck is so tight. Can't really afford to be banishing the stuff from the extra deck, and having 3 Engravers compared to 3 Prosperities. Prosperity is just a way to try to dig for cards that you need, which is starters or engine pieces, when Engraver itself is a engine piece and also a 1-card starter. So, and to me, the best 1-card starter in the deck. So it was an easy fix. I tried to pay 1 Prosperity, but it's like, nah, it making no sense. The extra deck is extremely tight, extremely tight. I will miss Prosperity because it's a way to dig for side card staples. I used side in game 2 or 3, but it really extra deck way too tight. Okay, so the extra deck now. Speaking about the extra deck, so still playing 2 Gigantic, right? Playing good old Tudo DSM. Happy to have him back. It's just awesome. It's just awesome that he's back. Getting to negate stuff, get follow up, Beaver back into hand, or also getting to take their cards and set it for myself to use it on the next turn. Awesome, telling you. And when they Mulchummy me, oh my gosh. So when they Mulchummy me, I will try to get them at least 1 or 2 draws off it. So I would just like normal something, special or blue or whatever from the hand, make Mannequin Cat target the Mulchummy, special it to their field, then use Mannequin Cat to target the Mulchummy, special a Swap Frog because also Mulchummy is also a water aqua, and Swap Frog will send Mage, and Mage will get the spell will bring back Mage, and now I have Toad and Mannequin Cat on the board, and I have some targets for the Mannequin Cat. So it's still like a strong board underneath Mulchummy. So it's not the end of the world if you get Mulchummy. Right? Speaking of my mannequin cat, double mannequin cat, one of my best cards in my extra deck. I play 2 because it's like my Sprite elf replacement. And it helps me to combo, it helps me to OTK, break boards. You just have to know what you're doing. Understand? A lot of players know this by now for me, so they definitely try to negate or destroy this card before, I try to lock them out or do whatever. Beatrice, unfortunately, this is the first time I get to play her in a long while, and I wanted to play her because, hey, I was thinking about Caesar, but like, this is way better to make a board, and also the things you can send with this, and she definitely most likely will probably get hit for the sins of FIENDSMITH, so most likely she'll be banned. Especially like Tay Elements was a cause for her to get banned on other decks as well, so I could see her possibly getting banned, but I don't want her to get banned, but I could see it possibly, definitely, most likely. Got to stay true to the Sprite core is mainly a Sprite deck, so we need to have ways to kill, and one of those is number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito. So when they play a big monster or monster with enough attack point, easy game, easy clap. Still playing my Daigusto Phoenix because we need another way to OTK, you understand? And in case they use Cash to your Unicorn to banish one of these, that's still the other option. Still a way to OTK with Pixies on board, because Pixies and this, definitely OTK. So FIENDSMITH Lacrima, create time card. So now we have another time card in the deck besides from Resonator. We play this because it's a tuner, but that is just a joke. But it's a time card. So now we have this as well as a time card, definitely, and also to combo along the way or use for extra bodies to attack with, especially with Mosquito. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Necrocrypt, in case we do open the Lurie or the FIENDSMITH track, we could still make Beatrice at least without the link 2. We could still make Beatrice at least and send Angler and get Gigantic and Blue and Jet, and how the thing goes. So it's unnecessary, but it's at least summon card I used in the whole tournament, and but I did use it once or twice, but I know I used it once at least, and it serves purpose. Sprite Spread for part of the combo. IP Masquerena for the part of the end board. SP Little Knight, of course, for what the IP will go into. FIENDSMITH Requiem for the combo, and FIENDSMITH Sequence for the combo. Right, so that is the extra deck. Very tight. It's very tight, but trying to stay more true to the Sprite part with the supplements of the FIENDSMITH engine. Right? And the side deck. Of course, this card, because that we play it. Ashlord Christia. So since people are playing white words, FIENDSMITH, this is a great target for me in personal for the format. And winning dice roll or win, first in game 2 or 3, and they go into the Moon Sky, which I don't play any extra because it's too tight. So if I see FIENDSMITH, I see it. If I don't see it, I don't see it. But if I have Mannequin Cat, I could also target one of their light monsters, bring it back, and special summon my FIENDSMITH and start a combo there. So good ways to play through the board. Mannequin Cat or hand traps. And as I said, if they're Mulchummy me, I would like special and make Toad and Mannequin Cat, and this would definitely be a great card to stun them with. And if they don't have it out, that is a good game. GG. Understand? So, like to play FIENDSMITH, we hit near the Ashlord Christia, or White Woods or whatever light deck based stuff. Or you like to use Effect Veiler, I'll use the Effect Veiler against you. Amorphage Goliath. This is for the 10 pi players. They're all dragons. When the special are dragon, I'll just target it. Even on the field spell, it doesn't matter. Targeted specialist, and what is 10 pi doing if they don't have an extra deck? Nothing against a 2750 attack monster. They need droplets. They need some kind of board breaker, right? Geki, Dark Hole, something. You understand? And usually the Mannequin Cat won't be alone. You understand? It will have friends like Toadley or Solom or Carrot, those kind of things. So definitely need droplets. But 10 pi mainly, and also branded. Strong against branded. Or any deck that have Earth or that kind of thing. Maybe Modolchi, that kind of thing. Where's Modolchi without a main deck? Sorry, not a main deck, an extra deck. The End of Anubis, great for any graveyard based decks. Fiend decks, FIENDSMITH can't can't use graveyard effects, you know, like probably Lurie or Engraver, Effective Fuse from graveyard, that kind of thing. Unchained and other, you know, graveyard based decks like Tail Elements or anything like that. It definitely, I have it in the side here. Scary Mutt. Yes, it's a new one, a new target. I didn't get to use it at all because I ended up beating the person before I could even use it or didn't need it. But definitely here, this is for Ritual Beasts because the majority of the deck is wind. And hitting them this early, you use Mannequin Cat to target the main deck monsters when especially back with Canna Hawk. You don't target the Canna Hawk because the Canna Hawk could target itself out to search. So don't ever target the Canna Hawk, the big Canna Hawk, the fusion one. Target the main deck monsters when a special summon off a Canna Hawk or whatever it may be. And once you special this, you only have one more summon. So that use it wisely or use a droplets, something to out it. But we special this in defense mode because I have a defense of 2300, attack 18, 23, so hopefully that ends the turn and it's definitely strong. I'd also use against the, you know, Rika deck, plant deck, because they got wins inside there. You understand? And I think they have some few insects, so also a good target for that. Or if they jewel unlock you, you could also special off or jewel unlock, you know, by using Mannequin Card to get them jewel unlock to the field and then special off. Or even Unicorn, Cash to yours. Of course, Unicorn is bigger, but as I say, we will have friends next to it, so not necessarily they will be able to kill it so easily, you know. Zeus, Divine Arsenal AA Zeus, Sky Thunder Zeus. I still didn't give up on this, especially my friend Danny's like, hey, you have to play this in Sprite. But some duels or some duels is like the kind of card advantage at the beginning. You need to bring them back down to our levels to play up the board and like have them closer to top deck in range. So this is definitely still needed for me. And sometimes I may use Mannequin Card, special summon something out of the graveyard that is dark. Special jet gets started, then I would Zeus them, like attack with Mannequin Cat, get 2000 attack points, and then I would make Zeus the board, and then you starter and combo off of there. Because starter will get blue and blue will get whoever, and then we link off and sprint and make a board. So still playing it. Kinda really tight to beat in the extra deck, but still playing it. Because not all the time you'll need it, because going first you won't need it. But definitely if I go in second I will pay 18. Triple Tactics Trust. Definitely still part of my side deck options of my basic going second 3-card staples, which is Trust into Duster or Dark Hole. I still play these, right? So definitely my 3-card package for going second. You understand? And also we play tactics in the main, so it can help you get tactics, or you can get the FIENDSMITH track. Yeah. Definitely still helpful there, so you can get a board breaker or draw 2 or take on, you know, like a take control, that kind of thing. Yeah. And playing Angel of Blue Tears, so Trust could also get this, right? So going second, this is also, mind you, people don't know this is also a time card. Like this could target one face-up monster on the field. This could target one face-up monster on the field. Its controller opponent takes damage equal to the number of cards in their hand by 200, then negate that target's effect until the end of this turn. So like if time call and it's your turn, and you trust, like you're going second and you trust into this, or you open it, you can just target one of your own monsters, negate its effect, inflict 200 to your opponent for each card in a hand. So yeah, but it's also mainly, it's mainly used for the combo, so when we send it off of Beatrice, and then we, you know, link off and Lacrima go in the graveyard to burn for 12, you can banish this, and then set a continuous trap. Sorry, not continuous trap, a normal trap like Dimensional Barrier. So the normal Sprite combo, which will give you Sprint, IP, or Mannequin Cat, but mainly IP, and Carrot or Totally Awesome, or whoever it may be. So you get IP Sprint, starter for Red or Carrot, whichever negate you want to be, plus this is the best combo you could get. And then we have Different Dimension Ground for Snake Eye, Simul Archfiend for Snake Eye, Eradicate Epidemic Virus for any back row decks or spell heavy decks like Sky Striker, I don't know, but mainly trap decks. I put this in, so in part of the combo you would just use the Sprint and the level 2 to make Gigantic 3200, so you could just eradicate them. And Grave the Super Ancient Organism for any, you know, Synchro decks, Fusion decks, Branded, that kind of thing. And that is the deck profile. Okay, that is basically deck profile. Any things you would may suggest, I'm welcome to you're welcome to, you know, comment in the comment section. And that is basically it. That's the extra deck. The deck performed well. It performed great, honestly. The first time I played it, and I came second. I reached finals. I came second, but I just lost the deck with it no more. I didn't end up playing this inside, so I think I might put this inside in future endeavors, just for those kind of options, you know, board breakers and stuff like that. And maybe if I could edit the extra deck, and definitely the side deck will edit, and I could probably edit the main deck and bring it down, or maybe just leave it at the number. I'll show the update in the future. Alright guys, so that's me. This is the mat I also got for comment second, and a box of Infinite Forbidden. Yeah, it's a lovely mat. And thanks for watching the deck profile. Alt. Hey guys, I thought I was going there, but I ain't going. I almost forgot. I'll show you the little combo. So basically, right, FIENDSMITH combo, at least that line. Now mind you, you don't need a normal summon. So if you know, you still have 4 cards in your hand, because it's a 1 card starter, the rest of the hand could make you variate the end board. So the end board could be different, you understand, more than what you would see in the combo. And you could also still normal summon something or special something or blue or whatever from hand. So okay, let's start the combo here. So basically, I'm going to show you the variants and along the way, but basically the combo. So you open up Engraver, right? So you discard Engraver, you'll get FIENDSMITH track. Now, as I say, I borrowed it, so don't have one at the moment, but you know what it is, FIENDSMITH track. So you activate FIENDSMITH track, that'll give you Lurie to hand. You discard Lurie, right? Lurie effect, mandatory effect, to special summon itself, right? When you special summon itself now, we will link off and we go into FIENDSMITH Requiem. You use effect tribute, special summon, and next FIENDSMITH Engraver from deck. Now we have FIENDSMITH Engraver from deck. We use the FIENDSMITH Engraver from graveyard to recycle the Requiem, right? And we will bring that back from the graveyard. Now we have 2 on board. We will link them away, and we will bring out FIENDSMITH Sequence. We will use Sequence effect to fuse. We recycle Lurie and one of the engravers, right, back into the deck, and we will bring Lacrima. Lacrima now, sorry about the glare. Lacrima now will special back the engraver, right? And now we have engraver, we could go into Beatrice. And Beatrice effect now, well, in my main deck, I do play the blue tears. So when I do send, this is when I'm going probably game 2 or 3 going first. So you send blue tears, but in the main deck, I play EMP Meow Man. So I will send this when I'm playing in game 1 to send in the graveyard. You understand? So I have additional interruption in the graveyard. And then we just link these 2 into sprint. Okay? But when we go in second or game 2 or game 3 and we side in this, we will send this instead. Right? Understand? And when we send that now, by detaching engraver especially, then we could link off these 2 and we could go into sprint. Sprint effect chain link 1 and Lacrima effect chain link 2, recycling the sequence. We will burn them for 1200 and we chain block sprint. And then now we will send Angler. Right? Forgot to pay in the Angler in the set, but that is small things. We will send Angler. And Angler now will be chain link 1 and the blue tears will be chain link 2. So we banish the blue tears. We will set the barrier from the deck onto the field, right? Or any normal trap that you require to play, like, you know, Eradicator or Simulatry in a different dimension grounds. Right? So we set dimensional barrier. And then we special up to 2 beaver monsters from the deck. Sorry, beaver. Nimble beavers from the deck. Nimble monsters. So you get the 2 nimble beavers on board. You overlay them. You're going to Gigantic Sprite. And you know where we go from here. We detach. We will bring blue. Blue will get Jet. We will special Jet. Jet will get Starter. We have Starter. And now we could, now mind you, this will be on this side. Excuse the spacing. And this could now link off into IP. So now we are IP, Gigantic, Starter, and Barrier. Starter could get you could get your, could get your red or carrot. Red or carrot, whichever you may want to use. You understand? Whether you want to negate monsters or you want to negate spell or trap. Or maybe you could also special a blue on their turn and get a Pixies to hand in case they want to, you know, play the attack in your monster. And of course, within battle phase, when you special the blue and the blue get the Pixies, now you could bounce the Spring and bounce a monster as well. But all those are different options. But now you have a double banish with IP. You understand? Into SP. You have a bounce from Spring by detaching material from this. You have a set the barrier and a starter that goes into whatever you would like it to be. So this is a negate 1, an interruption 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Definitely great. And if it's game 1, instead of this, it would be the EMP in the graveyard, which is an additional interruption, which when you link off this now and you go into SP, you could be like chain link 1 SP and chain link 2 EMP banish, of course, and bounce a monster on the field. Sorry, a card, a face-up card on the field. So definitely the best one card starter you can get. So that is 5 interruptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of the regular 4 you would get with Beaver or starter. Now mind you, this hasn't used your normal summon. You still have 4 cards in your hand. So if you open things like, let me say, blue or starter already, or jet, you could also just offer gigantic. You could special summon Swap Frog, and Swap Frog will send Mage, and Mage will get the spell. You will get back Mage, and now you have these 2 guys to make your totally awesome onto the board. And then use your blue or your jet to do, you know, your searching, and still end up with IP, Toad, Spring, the barrier or EMP, and a starter. Because if you open starter, the jet will get back to starter. Mind you, I still play smashers in the deck because I forgot to mention that I consider brick it kind of hard not to play it because I love the non-banishing targeting part, but need to try to make it as consistent as I can. Now also, along the way of doing all these things, right, I thought about this combo, but it seems like I win more as well, so I didn't really do it. Mind you, instead of making this, you could also make Mannequin Cat for the lock, and also try to play around Super Poly, because you know this is Super Polyable. And the starter, when you bring the red or carrot, this and that will make Super Poly. And when I do make Toad, I just special summon Frog, Swap Frog onto the board. I additional Swap Frog, so I can send it with Toad if I don't want to send Toad itself because I'm afraid it might get called by, or I just use the Swap Frog and this to make the sprint. Not the sprint, sorry, the SP. So those are also, you know, you get an extra body with this. Yeah, but to link off with this or to send with this in case you don't want this to be sent to the graveyard in case I call by the grave.